feet tucked in while your family weeps.
Like Jack with these raps, and I keep the dice skipping like a CD that's scratched. You gets nothing, high all of a sudden. They changing up the structure, fucking up the surface. Like Compton didn't father the shit that y'all come with. So I'ma get on the mic and make this here public. There's a lot of things that need to be in discussion. I think these little niggas might need a reintroduction. So when they start to talking and their gums start to coming, I'ma pull this here heat. Had a whole party running like
it's a party, y'all. It's gonna be a party, y'all. Party, y'all. Yeah, it's a party, y'all, and this is a party, y'all, a hood function. Yeah, it's a party, y'all, it's gonna be a party, y'all, yeah, it's a party, y'all, and this is a party, y'all, a hood function.
One, two, 1, 2. What up, y'all? This is Set in the West. I said, let me go ahead and give everybody a little bit of little music for your Saturday. Welcome, y'all. This is Wolfgang Amadeus. I'm the captain of this ship. I'm the host. This is Set in the West. Yeah, that was the hood function. Shout out to Mad G on the production. I remember when we recorded that. I was at my old studio. That was special. Special Hood Idol, and my boy Menace, not Compton Menace, but Menace. Shout out to Menace. They came in, laid it, and then we was blessed to get Mello. If y'all don't know who Mello is, look it up. He's a West Coast legend. Y'all ever heard that term where Biggie said, money, hoes, and clothes, all a brother knows? Where do you think he got that money, hoes, and clothes term from? I mean, of course, that was something that people were saying back in the day, you know, just as a term. Money, hoes, and clothes. That was a song. That was a song. That was an actual song. Let me pull it up real quick. I remember having this album. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see. No, hold on. I got the actual video. Shout out to Mello. Mello blessed us with a fire-ass verse. Shout out to Mello from Compton. And he had a song back in the day called Money, Hoes, and Clothes. Let me see. They see. Hold on. Computer's tripping. I'm gonna go ahead and play it. But he had a song called Money, Hoes, and Clothes. But the edited version was money, houses, and clothes. Money, houses, and clothes. Hold on. Let me present that. Real spill. Mello, shout out again, Mello. But he's the one on the third verse for the song that I had just played called Hood Function. And Biggie was inspired by the West Coast. Y'all know that. Y'all, if y'all ain't figured, so shout out to him. He was able to just fall through and really bless us. So legends in the building. But yeah, the inspiration is deep. Biggie said, money, hoes, and clothes, all a brother knows. That I think he got that from Mello on Big Papa. You said money, hoes, and clothes is insulting the guy. It's just a song, bro. What up, Josh? It's just a song. What's up, Auntie Leah in the building? LaRon, LP. Shout out to LP, bro. Hit the link. I want you to give me the take on this Gangsta Grillz. What is it called? What's the name of this name? The game's new album. I'm sorry. I don't even know the name of it, but I just know that DJ Drama is produced by Mike and Keys. That's why I'm playing this beat, because this reminds me of a Mike and Keys type beat. But man, come on up whenever you feel. If you ain't working out or doing what you're doing, come on up and give us a little bit of a commentary about Game's project, because we're going to get into that in a little bit. But LP in the building. Barbara J, what's up? Jaguar Rights in the building. Archangel Michael, what's up, man? Oh, appreciate you, Archangel Michael. What's up, man? I appreciate that. I appreciate it, for real. Myrna, she was dancing. She was dancing to the music. But yeah, y'all, look. West Coast. This is like a West Coast theme set in the West. Well, set in the West is primarily based out of the West Coast commentary when it comes to, you know, music, hip hop, industry, or whatever it is. What's up, Adrian? Peace to you. What's up, man? You say what? Y'all got some dedicated mods? Yeah. Appreciate you. If you subscribe, yes, thank you. Appreciate it. If you want, I'm gonna put the link for. I'm gonna make it available. Y'all want to come up and y'all want to give me some commentary, because it's a couple of things, right? First, let me talk about Snoop and his death row business. Well, let me not say first. Let me talk about it, because there's a lot of things that's coming out on a lot of these artists nowadays, and primarily on the coast, in LA specifically. There's a situation where Snoop, and let me minimize myself, because Snoop is in, it's a lot going on with Snoop right now. Snoop purchased Death Row Records, and I think he has the masters, but he does not have the publishing. And Daz, his cousin, has made a whole lot of claims, y'all. Like Daz is like, look, Daz said Snoop tried to trick him out of his publishing. And for those who don't know, Daz has done a lot of has created a lot of good contributions to Death Row Records. So just for the West Coast in general. So shout out to Daz. He's a dope producer. He's a dope artist. He was doing some stuff with Jermaine Dupri, and he says though Snoop though is trying to get him out of his publishing, because for those who don't know, publishing is the key. Publishing is where you get what you get. You try to. Who is that? Auntie Leah, what are you talking about? This is that. Well, okay, all right. Yeah, that's the one that tried to reach out to you on Facebook. She can feel free to hit the link. I think she's been trying to get a hold of somebody in particular. Come on and chop it up with me. You can hit the link. Nonetheless, though, publishing is where you get everything when it comes to the money. Now you can own the master recordings. For those who don't know, the master recordings, they used to record everything on like 2-track or Ampex, like digital reels, and a lot of it got burned up. A lot of original recordings from like long time ago got burned sometime back at Universal Studios, man. And that's unfortunate because you really can't get that magic back when it comes to the recording session. So everything that Death Row did, everything that Death Row recorded, of course, was recorded to these, whatever. And those are important because that's what you need to manufacture or reproduce albums and remix and digital master, all that good stuff. It's very important. But when it comes to the publishing, that's the business side. Daz wrote a lot of stuff. Daz wrote a lot of stuff for Death Row, and primarily Tupac. Produced a lot of stuff for Tupac. I'll say that. But Daz's particular issue that he's had with Snoop right now, it's involving the song "Still DRE." It's not just that song, but that song "Still DRE" is a song by Dr. Dre. Well, Dr. Dre spit it. And when the song came out, I wasn't necessarily feeling it. It was cool. Scott Storch, produced all that, whatever. It was a dope song. I wasn't feeling it though, because it was like, it's a little different. And I just didn't feel that was Dre. Like I at that time, I kind of thought Dre wrote his stuff, but then getting a little bit going behind the veil, I was like, oh, okay, Wizard of Oz situation. Dre don't really write. I think Cube was writing Dre stuff when he was in NWA, whatever Dre put out there. Just like the song with Still DRE. He didn't write that. That was Jay-Z. Jay-Z wrote that. So Daz, yeah, you say you was watching his yeah. Oh, that's dope. Yeah. That Daz basically is claiming that he should get some of the publishing that Jay-Z has from that song. And I don't think Daz is tying in the Still DRE, because Still DRE was not on Death Row at the time. But portions of that song took excerpts of lyrics that Daz wrote on Death Row. So Daz got at Jay-Z like, you owe me some money too. Rightfully so. Daz is going in on everybody. And then Kokane, shout out to Kokane. Politicking with him a year ago, about a year or so back. My boy Black Diamond was in a video with him. Shout out to him, met him, talked to him. he was Kokane. Shout out to Kokane. Kokane he was so shocked. I was like, yo, Kokane, been a fan of yours. He's oh yeah, for real. I was like, yeah, man, since Slow Burner 22.5. He was like, nigga, what? I was like, dude, I was in high school when that came out. I had that tape. And he took to me and was, oh man, I appreciate you, because that was like one of his first joints that he dropped. But Kokane is very important to the West Coast sound. Buddy Long, right? Buddy Long. That's ain't that his name? Yeah, Buddy Long. He his dad is who was his dad? Well, no, his name is what? Let me see. Hold on one second. His dad is somebody that's very I'm sorry, Jerry Long. Jerry Long Sr. is his dad. I said Buddy Long, but Jerry Long Sr. is Kokane's father. And Jerry Long Sr. Motown composer, like. God, his discography is crazy. Like, I forgot, like, there was a song that he produced, and I was just like, wait, he did that? Anyway, my bad, Jag. You're in the building. What's up? What's up, Jag?
Peace, Shabbat Shalom. What's going on? Jaguar Wright is in the building. I'm just sitting here listening to you get the conversation started.
No, I appreciate it.
Everybody in the building, please don't forget to hit that like button.
Yeah, please hit the like button, y'all.
And we are currently live right now on Set in the West and Set in the West LA. So please, let's make sure that we're liking on both channels, and we're doing everything. We keeping in tune.
Indeed. Yeah. Back to what I was saying though, Jerry Long, and like I said, I met Kokane some time back. Cool dude, down to earth, really handles his business. He took all of his discography, everything that he's owned with the music, and he has it on his website. And you can like either buy one song, or you can buy all the songs, or you can quarter piece. Like, Kokane is smart, and he's ahead of the game when it comes to the business. He was ahead of the game when it comes to the business, and it's just about his contribution. It's like give me mine. That's pretty, and that's the name of one of his albums. You know, give me mine, pay me. And I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at Kokane, but Kokane even said that Snoop hasn't paid for any contribution that Kokane has done with Snoop. Like, he has not received any royalties. Kokane is a dope artist. Like, put him up there with Nate Dogg, but he also raps too. He can spit too. And when Snoop left No Limit, early 2000s, and he started doing his own thing, and he was doing everything with Doghouse and doing stuff with Rough Dog and all. Shout out to Rough Dog. You know, you had J.O. Felony, you had Sugar Free, you had Goldie Loc, and Trey D, the East Siders. Like, that one album, the East Siders album that came out in 2000, was fire. And you couldn't have done that without Kokane. Kokane did a lot of the hooks. Kokane is dope. But he said Snoop never gave him anything when it came to royalties. They've reconciled, I guess. He said they're working some stuff out, but he did call him about unpaid royalties, and they had a long hiatus because I guess those who don't know, Kokane, and when I hope I don't get flagged for saying, I keep saying Kokane. Yeah, rest in peace to Badass. Oh yeah, that was the homie. I got footage of him performing. That's for Badass, man. Rest in peace. Low life gangsters. But for those who don't know, Kokane, the guy that you see right here, throwing up the dub, he was cool with Eazy-E at first. He was explaining a story where him and Goldie Loc came out of the studio, and They just did a song. Stepped out the small studio, got to the main studio. Everybody, all these dudes is, kicking it, whoop whoop, and they're playing that F-Eazy-E song that, that the Death Row cats always were known for, whatever. They had, they had a song where they were dissing Eazy-E. And Coke was basically like, this is disrespectful. Because y'all know I'm cool with Eazy. Y'all knew I was cool with Eazy, and he left. He bounced, and he said he ain't really did nothing with them since. But it was just a low-key level of disrespect. They sitting there laughing and playing a song, and low-key level of disrespect. He didn't like that, and he left. But overall, though, he said he never got a payment. He never got anything when it came to what was going on with Snoop and all those collaborations that they did. He never got. He hasn't received a royalty. He hasn't gotten anything. What do you think of that, Jag?
I mean, it sounds like par for the course. Like, it is so standard for people to get robbed in this game. It is so standard for your own people to be the ones robbing you. It's just standard. Like, there are very few people that I can say that I worked with that didn't try to jerk me. And there is like a 60% ratio of those who did jerk me. Mm-hmm. And they were the person that I worked, closest with. So what I'll say is, when it comes to this whole situation, I'm not surprised. And what kind of bothers me is that after all of this time, nobody's asking real relevant questions. Like, I don't know, personally, for me, in my opinion, I'm still trying to figure out, when did the sale of Death Row actually happen?
Yeah.
Like, whose hands, what hands did it trade from what to what? Like, I'll never forget when I first heard about it. It was late 2022, actually. Like, right after or right around the time that Takeoff passed away, that news hit. And I'm like, that's strange, because it wasn't mentioned in any of the trades that it was up for sale, or that there was any kind of, that any of that was going on. Like, it was very quiet. And that's kind of strange, because usually a company with that kind of legacy, that's going to be out there. Like, that's going to be talked about. The trade magazines are going to be talking about it, that such and such is doing this, and such is doing that. All I know is it's just one day Snoop bought Death Row Records, and he was wearing a Death Row chain, and then that was it. And I'm just like, you don't see any documentation on how much he bought it for. Like, nothing.
No. When you look it up, you look up when it was, like you said, you're right, 2022. Snoop acquired Death Row Records brand in 2022, and it's been owned by Blackstone.
That's interesting.
You see what I'm saying? They say he purchased the brand and secured the music rights, and he was intending to rebuild, the label. I told you, privately, I told you I knew some people that were, signing over to Death Row,
Oh, but that's interesting. It's interesting that he bought it from Blackstone.
He supposedly he brought it from, it's called NMRK Music Group, and they're owned by Blackstone.
Yeah, like all of that, it just sounds a little. All of that sounds a little interesting to me.
Yeah,
a little interesting to me.
There's no, I don't know where there's a price. I just know Death Row went through bankruptcy in 2006, and then it was sold to Wide Awake Entertainment in 2009, then the E1 in 2012, and then Blackstone acquired E1 in 2021, and that's where 2022 is where you got the transition to where it was it was transitioned. There was no record of sale though, like they're not saying how much.
Nothing.
Yeah, they none of that.
Nothing. it's like the most elusive record company sale you've ever heard of. It's really interesting.
There's controversy about who really owns it and who put in on it. There's supposed to be the connection to Harry O and all that. Yeah.
And it's funny because you purchased the master recordings, but you didn't secure the publishing.
That's something wrong there. There's something wrong there.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah.
That sounds absolutely crazy.
Usually when you acquire, see, the thing is look at what it said though. It said Snoop Dogg bought the rights to the Death Row Records brand from NM.
Exactly.
RK.
Exactly. The brand.
Not.
You want to know what that kind of sounds like? When we were talking about how Sony Records was selling their imprint.
Yeah.
And for $60,000 or $100,000 and limited, distribution, you could use the Sony label.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of sounding like that. It's kind of sounding like, they're just letting him run around rocking a chain and saying that he's the owner of Death Row.
Right.
That's just what it kind of sounds like to me.
LP says, ever since Suge went to prison, everything related to Death Row went dark. Real talk. That's what happened. I think it's by design, though. And like I said, I'm going to get a little bit more in depth about it later because...
Speaking of, since the label has been taken over by Snoop, what projects have been released?
Good question. They're supposed to... There's an artist. There's this one chick. She's supposed to be the first lady of Death Row.
The new first lady?
New first lady of Death Row. The new first lady. Because, the first lady was what, Jewel, right? Jewel? That's who it was supposed to be. But they have a new one. I forgot her name. What is her name? And rest in peace to Jewel, because she passed, and that was unfortunate. But they were pushing this one new girl.
Salute to Lori Joe. Like, there's so many similarities and so many things in so many ways. It's kind of interesting how first ladies just... Anyway.
I didn't know Joss Stone was on Death Row. That's interesting.
What do you mean? Like currently?
No, was.
Yeah, she was over. She was doing. It's really funny. Like after Joss, number one, and I never talk about Joss, but I remember when they brought her over from London. I remember when they first started G-rooming her, and it was really wild because Beyonce, all of us, we were using the same rehearsal studio in New York, and she was singing, and everybody was so blown away by her. And it's funny because she instantly got swapped out and replaced with Adele.
Wow.
But after her dissension from the media spotlight, she was with Raphael Sadiq.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like they were together.
Wow.
And he was producing for her, and I guess that was during when she was signed at Death Row.
Wow.
A lot of people didn't know that, and then just disappeared.
Wow.
It was just Adele.
Here is that's one of the artists that they have been pushing. I'm not sure if they released a project, but you know how they do. A lot of these labels, they'll just have you there, not to shelve you, but to even just kind of more at tax write-off, tax purposes. You get what I'm saying?
It's just really interesting because they went out of their way to sign Obi Trice and nothing.
Yeah. There's a lot like that, similar. Like you got a lot of artists that they're just there. And they're just there. That's it. I don't know. I guess, if you, that's the funny thing about the music industry. And even you could. Well, I guess that's different from like film, music. Film studios or whatever, because a label could have you, and have you in the studio doing all types of songs, and okay, depending on what you got musically, they could put you on a tour, or they're gonna promote this, and they're gonna put this song in the James Bond film, so then they know in like 9 months that movie is gonna be out, the song's gonna blow up, whoop, and then that'll just send you on a trajectory. It's like, but if you're
I understand all of that. Trust me, I know marketing campaigns. I get it. I've had a few myself in the past.
I know.
The thing is the business really doesn't operate like that anymore.
No, it's different. That's what I was about to say.
It doesn't operate like that anymore.
Things move so quick, like a trend. Like it's like they'll have a song out, but then it'll be trendy, and then it'll just die out. Like,
and that's why I don't pay attention. That's why I don't pay attention. Like, it's all fast food. It's all like micro. I can't deal with it. Songs don't breathe. They don't live anymore. They come and they go. They come and they go. And it's like there's no sustainability there at all whatsoever.
Nah.
Music doesn't matter anymore. Unfortunately.
Stuff moves so quick. I think that's part of the reason. That's part of the problem. Music doesn't like get to sit. You don't get to live with an album anymore like how it was back day. Everything, like you say, it's microwavable now. It's nothing like, oh dang, this is even Sade's last album, which came out over 10 years ago. I'll play that.
Soldier of Love album.
Yeah, quality music. I got that in the car. Come on. Yeah. Quality music. You really don't there's really not a lot of quality. It's like it's so okay, it's manufactured. It's like, conveyor belt. Push it out.
When it gets to the point where you got AI artists charting, music doesn't matter anymore.
Nah. That's unfortunate.
And neither do the artists. The artists don't matter anymore either. Like, if you look at some of the biggest artists right now, they're streamers.
Yeah.
They're streamers.
Yeah.
Like, I had no idea who the D4 VD person was at all until that girl came up missing. Mm-hmm. Until they found that girl. I had no idea who he was. If that girl was still alive, or if nothing had ever been found in his car, I still wouldn't know who he was.
Yeah.
Because the streaming culture is a whole nother subculture. And it's all about the streams now. And I think that's why we have so many artists that are getting podcasts, so many artists that are going into the blogospheres and the blog space, so many artists that are looking for ways, because the truth is how in God's name are you supposed to market your music if you're not marketing it in the streaming realm? Like, that's it. That's what it is. Like, it's wild. Like, even record labels, they're choosing what they're doing and what they're pushing based off of social media numbers. Yeah. And a lot of that's not even real.
It's not.
When you look at how many bots they have running the internet space, they're literally pushing projects based off of like 45% to 50% phantom numbers.
Yeah. Speaking of what you were saying about manufactured, let me get off into this topic real quick. The Game just dropped an album. Well, it's a mixtape. So the mixtape is called see, LP is supposed to come up here because LP had something to say about the Game's DJ Drama Gangsta Grills mixtape. But what is it called? I think it's called Every Movie Needs a Trailer. Yeah. So that's the name of the project. Gangsta Grills, Game, featuring DJ Drama. All the production produced by Mike and Keys. Shout out to Mike and Keys. Production is dope. That production is fire. But
I still haven't listened yet.
Well, okay. Honestly, I was supposed to listen to all 18 songs. I will listen to the rest of them, but I listened to the main
18 songs on a mixtape.
18 songs, and they're all songs. They're not like two.
No, my thing is, how do you got a mixtape with 18 songs? That's an album.
Well, so I heard America's Nightmare. I heard Chrome Hearts on the second verse where he kind of took a shot at Kendrick. He you know, he's kind of bipolar because he literally was just talking about he could have signed Kendrick, which I'm hearing is cap, which I'm sure it is.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
And then he has a song. If you listen to the second verse of Chrome Hearts, he's like he's taking a shot at K-Dot. I said, okay, all right. But I listened to another song. Funny thing, you said something about the trend. Wasn't we just talking about quarter zips? He has a song called Quarter Zips and Matcha. And then he has a song called The Assassination of Candace Owens. Hold on. LP is in the building. Let me let LP speak on it. What's up with you, LP?
Hey y'all, how's it going?
Appreciate you, man. Everything is good. I said you're the perfect guy to come in and give your critique of this Game album. Now, let me tell you this. I'm not biased. I went to high school with him, but I'm not gonna go there. I'm not biased because I wasn't hella impressed. Game's best album to me. He only got one classic album, and that's the documentary. The first one. To me, that's it. And then I'm not saying he's a whack rapper. I'm not none of that. Game can spit. Game is dope, but he be killing me on certain stuff. And this project, I was surprised. It was pretty decent production wise. But what do you have to say, LP? Because I know you have a different idea, take on it than me.
You know, it's funny, man. Like, cause this is a man that I used to look up to. He was one of my favorite rappers, and his antics is kind of losing like respect that I have for him. You know what I mean? You know, as a kid, like I wanted to be just like him, but at the end of the day, I can only be myself.
Indeed.
But the thing is, I don't understand that his bipolar ass would do all this shit now. Because I know he's gearing up for the documentary 3 that's going to be coming out next year.
Yeah.
So, you know, when he crossed the line when the whole Kendrick and Drake beef, so you started a random beef with Rick Ross, knowing that you have ties with that nigga. That doesn't sit well with me. And then on top of that, he dissed Ross on Drake's behalf.
Yeah.
That also didn't sit well. And I had the conversation with you, Wolf, about that last year. I made hella good songs. I was pissed. I was angry. And I was angry. And I was preparing to release a song called Beat Down.
Yeah.
And it wasn't about Game. It was about Lupe. It was about who else it was? It was about a little bit of Drake. It's just a lot of rappers that was very disrespectful. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
coming to woodwork and like disrespecting the West Coast. That shit didn't sit well for me either. So with the Game situation, you know, his antics throughout the years just didn't sit well with me, especially with that percent rating situation.
Yeah.
And furthermore, Rap 100.
Yeah.
So you sit here to tell me that Nipsey Hussle is not a legend? and you didn't think twice to check Whack 100, and he's your manager. He's saying all this shit. You're wearing your brother's name. He had 100 in his name.
Yeah.
What do you think he got? Big Face 100.
Yeah, that's from
See,
Big Face.
So Big Face 100 is from Cedar Block, Peru. That's what. That's Game's persona right there. He's really living off his brother's lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I found that out from the grapevine. Shout out to and rest in peace to Big White, who knocked out Big Face 100. Yeah.
Did he tell you? Did he tell you? Because at the high, at Compton High, I told you
Yep.
the first and second day going to Compton High, there was probably like one blood. That one blood. There was one blood at the school,
Right.
and I saw him get stomped out, and he got escorted out the school. There were no bloods at Compton High. In fact, it was rumored. I'll just say we thought, Jayceon's connection was through his folks through Santana Block, which are Southside Crips.
Right.
So,
That's where his mother from, I believe.
Exactly. So it threw me off when I saw him coming out and he doing all the bloods. I was like, wait. I thought you was. But it makes sense. Listen, it makes sense now because before he got on with Dre, he was running with Diddy.
Heavy.
Yeah. Mhm.
He spent 2 years.
Yeah.
He spent 2 years with Diddy, going everywhere with Diddy.
Yeah.
Living with Diddy.
Yeah.
Always here with Diddy, there with it, here Diddy, there Diddy, everywhere Diddy. He was all over the place, and Diddy never signed him, not once.
No.
But he kept his association very tight. He must, because when his daughter just a few years back was 12 years old, they had her breast looking like she was 21 years old, half naked, face full of makeup, a 12-year-old girl at the twins' Sweet 16 birthday party in New York. And he made sure his daughter was there. But it was wild because he posted the pictures. Everybody was like, yo, what you, me and her mother, we know what we're doing, and it's just a kid and it's just a party and it's not that big a deal. You got everybody on the internet asking you what you doing with this little girl, because you got her looking like a whole adult woman at a party where the twins showed up dressed like, let's just be clear, they look like they was getting ready for OnlyFans.
Yeah.
The stuff that they had on, like that whole situation was really, really, really odd. And then you would think that he would, I don't know, he would just take better care. He's got, in my opinion, LP, what you gonna do when you at the end of your rope? Like, he at the end of his rope.
Yeah.
How he gonna argue with Whack 100 when Whack 100 was essentially keeping him on hip hop life support? Because the truth is nobody worried about him and everybody had him faded. For crying out loud, he was just on IG apparently auctioning off 16s. And then he took the post down.
Yep.
Then he took the post down because a bunch of young rappers started coming forward saying, hey, I bought a verse from him. He never gave me the whole verse. I bought 16 from him. I only got 8.
Or he didn't clear it.
He didn't clear it. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. So he ended up having to take that post down. And now you're doing you trolling Candace Owens' name to get people interested in what you got. Like, he's got a lot going on. He finally had to come up with that money over that house because of his essay case with that girl. Like, he's got a lot going on.
I was gonna get on to that about the Candace Owens thing, because he has a song called "The Assassination of Candace Owens," and if you want me to just play her response to that, or because I wanted to get LP's opinion of the project. Or in fact, hold on, let me just play, because this was some. And shout out to Dewan B for calling it goofy, because that's what it was. This was some goofy-ish. he went ahead and did a song called "Assassination of Candace Owens," and he just said, you know, he wasn't talking about her per se. He was just
no. He said he said the song wasn't about her at all.
Well, he did say something about her, but not directly. I don't know, but this was her response, and this is a problem.
Aim, who is a hip hop rapper, is releasing an album, and he has a song on his track list in this upcoming album that's entitled "The Assassination of Candace Owens." I'm having like the best year ever or something. I don't know.
No, you're not.
Why the game? Why is it got to be song number 13? What's going on? This better not be predictive programming. Okay. We know how Hollywood gets down. Okay. We're reading your books. Anyways, he was asked this exact question, why? And he gave an answer. And here's what the game had to say.
So you got this new mixtape dropping, and then there's this like one track called "The Assassination of Candace Owens."
Yeah.
Why that title?
Because recently I've been seeing like conspiracy theories and about Candace Owens from herself, self-admitted. She feels like people are conspiring her. So what it was is more so an assassination of the character. So I just used that because it was like current news, but it's not. The song is not about Candace.
Oh, okay. So it's just a little bit deeper than okay.
Yeah, I'm a rapper. We use metaphors,
Okay, but aren't you? I mean, are you worried about Candace coming for you about this? I mean,
yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not worried about Candace. But then again, you got to hear the song.
Okay, so she'll understand if she hears the song, maybe.
I mean, the thing is, she said that people were trying to assassinate her. So all I did was say it too. You know what I'm saying? So again, the song is not about her, but Candace Owens, man, she real smart, really intelligent woman. But if she comes for me, I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is. There's beef in these streets, okay? There's beef in these streets, and you better be scared because maybe I am coming for you, okay? I could be coming for you. I might drop a whole album. I might drop a whole mixtape too, okay? Anyways, I think it is a form of flattery. Obviously, I'm friends with Ye, and he makes music, and they do use a lot of metaphors, so I'm not offended by this. Do I love the timing? Could I get a break for 6 months, maybe, and not have that title be there? Sure, but I'm totally okay with this. I think it's kind of cool. I actually kind of think it's cool. I hope.
Oh God. So Jag, what do you have to say about that?
I'm friends with Ye, and he makes music, and she is still, with all of her anti-Semitic rhetoric, had a word to say about him and his time with the rabbi.
Yeah.
She hasn't made one mention of that. She's just is oh well, I'm friends with Ye. I'm friends with Ye, and guess what? Ye is also friends with Diddy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like Ye is also friends with Diddy.
LP, what's your thoughts? What do you have to say? What do you think?
Oh man. Okay. I did listen to the mixtape. So with that situation, with Candace Owens, it is the truth. She is about to get killed. So that's why Game made the song, right? So I heard the song. First of all, I thought it was going to diss Candace Owens, but it was more of telling her truth, that how she's going to get killed. Because she was speaking about the truth about Charlie Kirk and whatnot. And it caught me by surprise. I thought it was going to be another diss track.
Yeah. I got you. I don't think he would have done it that way, though. But I look at it as both. He's using her to troll, and she's using it to promote. Dewan B was saying it in his podcast earlier about Game giving her a year worth of street clout just for or just cachet for just saying her name in a song, and for her to respond and say it like that.
I wouldn't be surprised if she paid him to do that.
Boom.
As bad as he needs the money,
he needs
I wouldn't
money.
be surprised at all.
Yeah, paid promotion.
I mean, for crying out loud, he's trying to sell 16s. Maybe he's marketing, you know, song titles as well. Who knows? It's just kind of weird because my thing is for somebody who's been running around trying to convince everyone that her life is in danger, and from someone who is an actual targeted individual who's actually had a hit put out on her and knows that there have been people that have tried to collect. This isn't how you move around when that happens.
Not at all.
This isn't how you move around. Not at all. Matter of fact, yeah, like you're sitting online and you're doing shorts about it. She did the same thing when the Kanye documentary came out.
Yeah.
And she was trolling, saying, "Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be in the documentary. Yay, you know, he doesn't do clear." Like, she is so in love with the idea of her being attached to pop culture.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because what's really crazy is just a couple months ago, she was busy taking that footage that they were passing around on Vlad of Tupac when he was at the Performing Arts High School.
Yeah.
When he was a kid, and she was telling everybody that he was a gay rapper.
Yeah, that didn't sit well with me.
No, I'm just saying, this is Candace Owens. So you say that George Floyd died from the Fetty Wap and not from the man who's currently right now in prison serving time for taking his life. You say that Tupac is really a gay rapper, and you take some old out of context footage that comes from another disinformationist who I believe is attached to the intelligence world and wants to see, you know what I mean, our black heroes and our black legends just drugged down into the ground. You know what I mean? And now, like I'm trying to figure out how Game thought that repping her in any way was a good look.
Goofy.
Like how does he explain that part?
It's not like, to me, her wearing those White Lives Matter shirt automatically just puts her you don't get no cachet with the culture because
her wearing
you're not the culture.
Her promoting and pumping up Kanye to make that move, to pull that trigger. Like, it's all there in his documentary. She was pumping him up. And now he's coming forward saying, "Hey, I'm back on my medication. I apologize. I made a lot of bad choices while I was manic and out of my mind. But you was doing that while the White Lives Matter thing happened with Candace Owens while you was allegedly now out of your mind."
You could go apologize to Dr. Molina and all them for that. Like, if you went to the Jewish community to do that, I mean, you done some disrespectful stuff. But Candace, nah.
Like, I don't see it. I don't see it as being a good look. Promoting someone's a lightweight assassination warning. I don't see. Like people is playing a whole lot of games. People is playing in people's faces, and it's funny because I'm supposed to believe that TMZ was actually looking to get a soundbite.
It's all set up.
No, I'm just saying, I'm supposed to believe that of all of the people that they stalk and all of the stuff that they do, that they was looking for the game for a soundbite.
Well, they could have asked him about Camp Riley, that she said that, you know, the people who were orchestrating her unalivement were training the person who unalived Charlie Kirk at Camp Riley when there's no Camp Riley.
He don't even know nothing about that. He probably don't even know nothing about that. Like he said, the song ain't about her. It's just she said it, so why can't he say it? Like,
yeah. Anyway, LP, I'm not gonna hold you. What's your take on the whole project? Because like I said, I heard maybe less than half. I'm gonna listen to the rest of the half. But what's your take?
Let me sit back and listen. I want to hear this myself.
Well, so the mixtape is called "Every Movie Needs a Trailer."
Right.
So I guess it was an idea that's, you know, the Neon Cinema logo. They use that as the cover. It's funny that he's collaborating with DJ Drama and Michael Keys for this project, where he should be focusing on Documentary 3. But I kind of understood that because he said it on an interview that was releasing an album, and there was a song that was supposed to be. Speaking of Kanye, it was supposed to be a song from Crack Music. Remember the song Crack Music from Registration?
Yeah,
it was supposed to be
that Crack Music. Yeah.
So he was supposed to do a sequel to that on his project, but they had to take it down because they had to get the clearance and stuff like that. So copyright issue.
Yeah.
Disappointed in that. So it is what it is. But the project, it's actually fire. It's actually fire. What I didn't like, he's always known for this, mocking every rapper. That's all he does. Name drop. That's always been the thing. So there was a song called Left Out. He actually imitated the fuck out of Kendrick Lamar. I was like, dog.
Really? Which one? Which song?
Left Out. It's called Left Out.
Okay, Left Out. I'm gonna check that out. Okay.
I was like, dog, really? I'm sorry, but yeah, I still listen to you, but dog, this ain't it. I love the song, but it's like you could have did it original way, like your own voice, but I mean, it's his voice. You know, imitating rappers is not good.
So he's almost doing like some karaoke with the style. Because look, this is the problem that I had from what I heard on the songs that I've heard. He tries to do this style where he's like triple floors, and it doesn't work. It's not. I know he's trying to reinvent, like The Game could spit. Can't take that away from him. Lyrics, dope.
Right.
But I think he's trying to fit in, and he's trying to get in, and do something new. I don't know. Now, so this type of beat that I'm playing right here, it's if you hear it, it's the sway back and forth. It's the old school. It's boom bap almost, right?
Right.
So the new stuff though is like the newer, trap or whatever you want to call it, new hip hop. It's not a back and forth. It's more like this, right? So I get wanting to try to flip your style and try to do, like it didn't work. I gotta find the song to specifically point out that, and it was irritating to me. He kept doing it, and I was just like, I'm not feeling that, yo. I'm not feeling that. But that's just me.
Yeah, I mean the project is dope because it's Mike and Keys and DJ Drama, obviously. But so, and the crazy thing about this, the good thing about this project, he has Mozzie on it. He has Mozzie on Blood Tears, and I was like, that's actually pretty dope.
Nice.
And the thing is, this whole production is basically like the Griselda style.
Yeah.
Which is cool, but that's not game. We all know that's not.
I know. I was about to say, to me, it sounds like what he was trying to do was get what Nas got with Hit Boy.
Yeah, and it's not gonna work. It didn't work.
No.
But now there's another record. 11. I forgot what song that was sampled. But there's another sample that's by Haley Williams from Paramore. I forgot the name of the song. They used the same hook for this song, and I'm just like, you could have picked any other hook to sample other than even your own shit. See, that's what's wrong with rappers nowadays. They over here sampling other people's hooks and shit, lyrics and shit. Why you don't sample your own shit?
Because they have no original thought and they copy and paste everything.
See, this is why, like, originality, they don't even sample their own music anymore. I come from an era where when still tipping was a thing, you know what I mean? With the Texas, through sample lyrics. Mike Jones back then from still tipping lyrics. You know what I mean? That's how I got my style of music. Just continue with that. So that's a lost art that you don't even sample your own shit. People don't even sample their own lyrics anymore. And there was
Yeah.
another song. I think it was from. He actually did sample his own lyrics from West Side Story. I forgot
Okay.
what song that was. I believe it's either Chrome Hearts or Cartier and Cartier. One of
You know
those
what?
two.
Well, Chrome Hearts
Yeah.
is the one. The Chrome Hearts is the one where he kind of dissed Drake and Kendrick, if you ask me.
Really?
What was that sample? Yeah, remember that? Listen to the end of the second verse. Listen to the end of the second verse. Just re-listen.
Okay, I'm gonna look up the lyrics because I don't.
I think he took a shot at Dot with that, and you know, 2 T's just came out and was like, you know, said blood faking, talking about Game, because when Game went on Big Boy TV and talked about how he was going, he had the potentiality to sign Kendrick, and an OG came out was like blood over here faking, and that was funny. That was funny for him to say that, but he kind of.
That's not true at all. Not saying that's not true.
We know that.
Why, but the thing is, we all know from K Dot through J Rock when they was on this games mixtape. I think it was You Know What It Is Volume 4.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's how everybody knew K Dot through J Rock, because J Rock was the artist of TDE. A lot of people don't know, and that's when how Kendrick Lamar blew up even more is through J Rock's song "Hood Don't Love It," because J Rock was signed to Strange Music.
Wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know he was signed to Strange Music. That's dope.
Yeah, that's how J Rock got on, and that's how Kendrick Lamar got blew up. That's how he got blew up because of that, and that's when our whole Good Kid, Mad City came about as well.
Got it.
So, yeah. So
see, that's when I got onto the Kendrick Lamar train. Rigor Mortis was the first song that I heard from him that I was just like, I can't wait to see what this kid is gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah, when I heard Kendrick Lamar was through Games Mixtape. He was K Dot then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So J Rock, he's really the real deal.
Oh no, I know that. When I was going to Compton, I lived down the street from his neighborhood. Shout out to the 90059 though, for real.
Yeah,
them dudes is hey. But yeah, look, I don't want to hold you. Look, check it out. I put your thanks, Kat, for putting it out there. I got the link. My guy LP has an EP called 33 Summers. I want y'all to go check it out.
You know what? Speaking on that, it's actually been taken down 2 months ago because of that producer, that bum ass producer.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah, I remember that. So you don't. So it's not even up. You can't even. Okay, look,
Wow.
I got a call.
It's not even available now.
That's messed up. That is
I can
messed
tell
up.
I can tell you guys real quick. So there was a song called Pierce Street, and that's when the music video was out and everything. So I shot the video at the gym, and this dude came out of nowhere with the, hey, I'm one of the producers of the song. We got to talk, and then saying that my producer stole the melody and whatnot, and we're trying to come up with terms, and nothing came about. So so I just found out he was the one that took down Pierce Street the first time. So I uploaded the song, the dirty version and the clean version. And when it's the time to release the project, he was the one that's when I found out he was the one that took it down. And it was like, dude, you gotta pay me for this beat. And you over here re-upload. Why did you re-upload it? Some shit like that. Because I was really about to sue.
Yeah.
But they took down, not only he took down Pierce Street, he took down the whole entire project. So I was like, but it's cool because I won at the end of the day, because originally the track list that I came about wasn't really the track list I was going for.
Okay.
But because of the album, Let God Sort Him Out, I had to change my approach, and I had this tagline, "This is highly triggering," and it was about him. that was a warning shot to him. So basically, I won.
Yeah, yeah. No, we still got to get a bar or two, or just give us a way to support it, because you know we want to promote you. So if you ain't got it up or whatever, just let everybody know where they could get your music in general.
Well, it's gonna be up pretty soon, because I got some special things coming up with the project, and I'm also working on a second project called Politicians. That's going to be released on my brother's birthday, which is February 16th.
Nice.
Yeah, so the thing is, the song It Hits Different was about him because of his passing and whatnot.
Yeah.
So shooting a visual to that, because this is very personal, and telling the story how he died, and how that's how my side of the story, how he died. So
yeah,
it's going to be very special. So and then I'm working on Feminine Trait 2, dissing these red pillars.
Oh damn.
These goofballs.
If you do a song dissing Myron Gaines, just get at your boy. I got a 16.
Oh, I mentioned him already. I was like, with the outboard preach exposing Myron, he's a bitch. So that's what that line is. So that's facts. And that's facts. So yeah, that visual is coming up too. And so yeah, the sequel, the 30. So Politicians is about politics. Obviously, I'm gonna be mentioning a lot of red pillars and a lot of people that in politics, and I'm gonna make everybody get pissed off on both sides, Democrats, Republicans, black, and white. I'm gonna piss everybody off.
There you go. No, that's what's up, man.
I'm gonna mention Lily Gaddis. I know everybody has a lot of hates towards her, which is understandable, but all the other rhetorics that she spoke on, I'm gonna touch on that. So I have the song called "The Curse of a Nigga."
Okay.
And speaking of Game, I'm gonna be referencing one of his songs from his LAX album called "Letter to the King." So that's gonna be a sample from that. Yeah. So so it's gonna be very different. I'm gonna have a song called "Criminal" because it's about, you know, attacking people of color, not just black, but Latin too, and just people of color, and indigenous Indians, you know, that nature. You just calling people criminals, so that's another thing that needs to be addressed. So yeah, and you and Jag are part of this project because I'm gonna be having conversations about everything. And so I'm making it to like clips of podcasts of some sort. And shout out to my guy Sabir Bey. He's going to be a part of this as well. He's going to be on the song with me, and a couple of people that's going to be on the song with me as well. That's going to be part of this. So this is going to be, this is going to be big, especially for politics. Yeah. So
yeah.
So no. Sabir, he's a Philly guy.
Shout out! I was about to say shout out to Sabir Bey. I remember him from Hidden Colors 1. I know he's a Philly dude. Yeah, hip hop dude. That's what's up.
Yeah, that's my guy, man. So he's a hip hop head for sure. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So it's like,
all right,
so,
but yeah.
yeah.
When well, I'm gonna have to chop it up with you this week, just in general, anyway. But then, let's reconvene. If the project is coming, the next project coming out February 16th, we definitely gonna be here for it. So yeah, man, we got you.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man. You know, I support y'all. I come in, try to support as I can. You know, just tune in. You know.
Yeah. Appreciate it. All right.
Man, anytime.
All right, cool. Got LP and his take on the mixtape. He likes it. I think a lot of people overall are gonna say maybe they like it because, you know, it's something that you don't normally hear now. I'm keeping it a buck. The stuff nowadays, the music nowadays is just trash for the most part. Even when you got singers, pop songs, R&B, they all sound the same. That's real. So I appreciate Game for coming out and doing something. He not doing nothing whack, because I ain't saying it's whack. I'm just talking about the certain cadence that I was hearing him spit. I was just like, come on, man, I'm not feeling that. I don't like that.
Let's be honest. If you got DJ Drama and Mike and Keys,
you can't lose.
That's the project you're listening to. You're not really listening to him. And
True.
My thing is for someone who was known for his style, for someone who was known, because Game had a style. Like, I think the last feature that I heard him do, where I was just like, oh, it's good to hear him, just flow. I believe it was on an Ace track, one of Ace's tracks. Goodness, why is his name slipping me? Anderson .Paak. He did a collab. Yeah. I think it was on the Malibu album. And I'm like, and I'm just like, you know what? This is cool. He's just vibing. He's just grooving. He's not trying to, just boom. Like, when you start trying to, like, I don't know what to call it. I don't want to say imitating the future. It's just really, I think a lot of niggas just be on some, I'm trying to fit in, and bringing up Kendrick, or even if he was low key dissing Kendrick. That's what you got to do when you're trying to find a way to make yourself relevant again. Like, if you're truly relevant in what you're doing, you're not taking shots at a kid who you gave an opportunity to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's what's kind of weird.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird, especially if that kid ain't even talking about you.
It looks real desperate.
It looks very desperate. And then now your political, you doing your little political thing and trying to get into the political space by talking about somebody who has really not had much to add to the Black culture at all. Like, I think he's just kind of just leveraging whatever relevance he had left in hopes to create some kind of something, hoping that this next project that he released doesn't tank.
Well, LP put that
18 songs on a mixtape, though. 18.
Well, listen, because LP he said at the end of the day, Patricia Rainey's going to own the mixtape royalties. Well, see, God don't like ugly. She's the young lady who put that suit on him, and he ended up having to pay her $7 million or something like that. And apparently, I guess he has to lose his house. But for years, he's been hiding, allegedly hiding money through WAC 100. And I guess, you got to reap what you sow. You got to pay. So like, he's probably going to do a project. Yeah. And I heard he got a new manager too. Yep. I heard that as well, LP. But I'll just say it like that. He's going to be doing what he's desperate because he needs that cash. I need that cash.
You making fun of me talking about
yep.
Give me that cash.
I need that cash. Give me that cash.
I mean, that's hip hop. That's all the hip hop. It's not just him.
Oh yeah. They all need the cash. I need the precious. But let me say this real quick. Let me pull this up real quick, y'all. I thought this situation. I remember this situation. DJ Quick. Shout out to Quick. One of the most. He's a genius. He's a freaking genius. I would say he's West Coast. He's what the West Coast. He's what Rakim is to the East Coast. What the West Coast. He's like the equivalent of a Rakim, if you ask me. But he can play a freaking shitload of instruments. But I got much respect for Quick. I heard it was a situation that happened about his son unaliving someone. And I thought it was strange because I was like, what part of the game is this? But his son, he was convicted of unaliving someone, and this a couple of days ago, yesterday. And I saw him tweet something, and I was like, oh damn, Quick be going live on YouTube now too, man. So I try to catch him every so often. But they said, the son, I'm reading here, the son of DJ Quick was convicted Thursday of second-degree unalignment for the shooting of a pound of a man in Downey over 3.5 years ago. So David Marvin Blake Jr., who will turn 31 on Friday, was found guilty of 1 count each of second-degree unalignment and pound from a motor vehicle, according to the DA, LADA. So jurors found, jurors found true gun and great bodily injury allegations against Blake, who faces up to 40 years to life in state prison, according to the DA. So he'll be sentenced on the 6th of February. The charges stem from May 25th, 2022. I do remember this. Pound of Julio Cardoza Jr. after a fight broke out between Cardoza and a man in the 3200 blocks of Carfax Avenue near the San Gabriel River, according to the DA office. Blake, who was in a car nearby, fatally powed Cardoza, then drove away, according to the DA. The 33-year-old victim, who suffered multiple pow wounds, unalive or expired that day at the hospital, according to the records of the medical examiner, the ME. And I remember that he was arrested the next day, and that's pretty much it. And then they talk about his father right there at the end. But yeah, shout out to Quick, and sorry to hear that about your son. I didn't know the whole depth. I didn't know the whole depth of the story, but I knew something was going on. It's man, and his son is dope. His son is a dope rapper. I like what he does, but yeah, man, it's man. And like I said, I'm just saying it because it dropped yesterday, and I'm not trying to be someone that's like, I'm not gonna dogpile or talk ish, oh, you should have raised your son. Nah. I'm sure Quick was a great father, is a great father. Quick handles business. Quick ain't no, he do his thing. And
this is the thing. It's not even about him. His son he's 31. This happened a few years ago. What 3 years ago? He was in his late 20s.
Mm-hmm.
At that point in time, he's an adult. And the only thing that you can do with adult children is give them the best advice that you possibly can do.
Yeah.
Love them and remind them what the repercussions are to certain actions in life. Outside of that, there is no control. Nobody should be even mentioning him when it comes to why his son either did or didn't do what he did. He was convicted of it. So that's what they're saying. But we don't even know all the details to the story. We don't know what's going on. What I do know is this. He was in a car when this happened. That means he wasn't alone. So the question is what kind of influences did he have around him?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the thing that we really need to be imparting on this Gen Z generation with these people in their 20s. Like, sometimes the people that you hanging with really don't have your best interest at heart.
Nah.
They really don't. And for a parent who has a background as a public figure and a celebrity, who had children who grew up and who lost a son, at 20, he was 25 when he passed away. I can tell you right now, there's a lot of people that target these kids because they're jealous of who their parents are and the access and the advantage that they have in life. So we don't know if he was hyped up. We don't know if somebody pumped him up to do this. The only thing we can honestly do is just keep it in prayer.
Yeah. I pray for the victim's family, but we also pray that
everybody involved.
Young man, I don't think he should. Second degree, 40 years, that's crazy. I mean, there's a difference. There's different degrees. Second degree, first degree. Then you got manslaughter. Way less time. I just pray that it works out. And like you say though, we don't know the whole story. We really don't. And exactly. And we will not believe the hype. But shout out to Quick. Prayers up for your son, bro. And you know, so what it is. Nobody looking at Quick crazy. They shouldn't. You shouldn't look at Quick crazy because, like you say, that was a grown man, and Quick did what he did to provide for that man. But
and we don't know the influences of the people that were around him at that time. We don't know. We don't know. And but it's wild because if Quick wasn't his father, I guarantee you this story would have never made it to the news.
Oh no, it would have just been another ninja in jail.
It would have never made it to the news.
Another ninja did something to another person and throw that ninja away, throw away the key, lock him up.
Which kind of makes you ask the question, you know, what's good with Quick?
Yeah.
You know, there was issues with Coolio's kids being targeted by law enforcement and stuff was going on.
I remember that. Rest in peace, Coolio.
You know, I think people tend to forget the other side of the game when you run afoul of the industry in some way, or when you haven't, capitulated or fallen down, and bowed down to certain people. You know, sometimes members of your family are targeted. So we have no idea.
Yeah.
We have no idea.
That's why I said prayers.
My prayers to him because this can't be easy for him.
No. But yeah, that's all that I have to say. I will do another. Maybe I'll do something tomorrow. I'll see. I don't know, or I don't know. I think Jag maybe because I was going to talk about Mark Lamont Hill, and but I think maybe I don't know if you want to do it on your side. I could do it on my side, either or. But for those who don't know, we did a video and there was a lot of stuff that was going on, and we did a live, and there was some response to it, and it's kind of like piggybacking off of that. I always say keep the family stuff offline. I get that, but I guess there needed to be some clarity. And Mark Lamont Hill came back with some people that we'll probably do that tomorrow. I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. That's all. I was just being a little transparent with the topic.
Well, I mean, my biggest part when it comes to the whole situation is everybody knows what we're talking about, even though we're not talking about it.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what's going on. I think it comes down to Anton Daniels' approach to the situation, Mark Lamont Hill's approach to the situation.
Yeah.
What's it really all about? Mark Lamont Hill came to the internet, he was snapping a little bit, talking about this, talking about that. And Anton Daniels was trolling him. He was trolling his name and he was doing it for clicks and views.
Yeah.
Make no mistake about that. Yeah. Everybody understands it. But you're doing it for clicks and views. Meanwhile, you're sitting here promoting a story that for real was so far from true on so many different levels. And now this actually forced a family to have to come forward and have to really get into detail about things they shouldn't have had to gotten into detail with. And with everything that was said,
yeah,
there was so much that they didn't say. So at the end of the day, when are content creators going to just start taking more responsibility for how they're creating their content? And that's really the issue that I have with it.
Yeah.
Because look, when that Anton Daniels video first came out, there were certain things that I asked and I told you I questioned that I knew was cap, that I knew wasn't. And so then to go back and to hear it explained by the parties involved, how much cap it was, like all of those videos that went out there of people talking about it and people discussing it, are they going to go back and are we going to get retractions on some stuff? Are people going to go forward?
Right.
Like, what are people really going to do? Because the truth is, Anton Daniels, all of those shorts, all of those gaslit shorts, they need to be taken down. They need to be taken down. Like Anton Daniels, like for real, I'm still not understanding how people aren't coming after his platform for some of the stuff, especially the things regarding someone's deceased child.
Yeah.
That just went too far.
Yeah. But yeah, we might talk about that tomorrow morning. I think that's what I wanted to just kind of.
Maybe it should be a members only conversation. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, we can do that. Okay, members only. Let's just do it. Members only. That's what we'll be doing. Okay. Let me ban your bitch ass, you bitch motherfucker. Sorry for cursing.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
If my mama listening, sorry for cursing, but you a bitch ass nigga. Go ahead.
No, it's listen to me. It's okay. It really is okay. Like at this point in time now, I've been accused of being a liar so many times on so many different occasions. I'm still waiting for somebody to show me what I lied about.
And that's going to be the issue, because when we get these attorneys on, all y'all fuck motherfuckers who be saying that, y'all got to be able to produce. Y'all got to be able to produce evidence.
I'm still waiting for one shred of evidence. Like, it's just gotten to the point now where people, she's a liar and she lied about this and she lied about that and she lied about this and she said this and she said that and she did this and she did that. And guess what? I said none of these things that these people are saying that I said. None of this stuff happened. It's and I get it. I get why it's going on. People want me to respond. Like, it's just wild. It's the trolling of it all. And you know, America is caught up in the troll culture. Like, there is a big troll culture going on in America where people don't, you know, it doesn't have to make sense as long as people will show up to watch.
Right.
And that's really what matters. Yeah. And it's crazy because who would put theirself in the amount of danger that me telling the truth has put my life in? Like, you know, for me, I think that's the part that really bothers me. When it comes to the fakeness of it all, the craziness of it all, it's just kind of wild. It's kind of wild that people would think that you would take the time to stand up and to say, hey, this is what it is. This is what happened. Like, salute to Khadisha Lynn. She recently released a short. And I was talking about something regarding Mary J. Blige and Danny Boy. And guess what? She put up the voice clip of me, and then she put up the voice clip of Danny Boy saying the exact same thing I said.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, people will look at that, and you'll still have people that will call me a liar. You know, so you got to ask yourself, when it gets to the point where people are just going to call you a liar just to call you a liar, just for the sake of saying it, just so that they can be cool. Because right now, what it's all coming down to is if you can get a rise or reaction out of Jaguar Wright, you're special.
Right.
And I think that's something that they're also upset about. A lot of people aren't getting content out of me the way they used to, the way they wanted to. Like, I think a lot of people don't realize, like, for a long time now, the main content has been finding a way to start a beef with Jaguar Wright and to get Jaguar Wright to bug up on you and to get some crazy wild soundbite of something that I said or something that I did that people can go and run around and try to convince the whole world and the whole public that I'm this nuts crazy person. I think for a lot of people it's like, damn.
Yeah.
It's not working anymore.
Right.
Damn. What are we going to do? Damn, she's not this, she's not that. Meanwhile, people have the audacity to call me a liar. And Tasha K is all over the internet. Still.
Yeah.
Still lying her ass off. Like, content creators literally sitting there challenging me about asking questions on why nobody is holding her feet to the fire about that lion ass Ja Rule story.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you why they're coming after me for that. Because that's how these people eat. See, they're the liars. All of them. They spread around lies. They pass around lies. Everybody knows she ain't got no problem with being lied on. And, now she wants to sit up there and act like she's not afraid to be sued. And she's not afraid for anyone to come after her. But once again, we're talking about controlled opposition. We're talking about a lot of things. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. So, all I'll say is call me a liar all you want. Call me a liar all you want. All I ask is that you can prove it.
And for Tasha
You
K.
heat of the night, face bitch.
Okay, it didn't go all the way through. God damn it. Anyway, I'm getting out of here. Like when the music goes away, it's like when you want somebody to leave, play that song, it's closing time.
Yeah.
Not that we wanted you to leave, but we appreciate you and your bravery. And people were saying that in the comments. I was going to say that before these people were standing in the comments, though. But we do appreciate you and your bravery and for standing up. And for those who don't know, yeah, people are seriously they're on a campaign to just silence, and it's ridiculous. And the troll stuff is something simple. That's easy. But when you got them alphabet people doing what real stuff too, and then we got proof. Oh, we need some we need some global. There needs to be some oversight, just in general. But anyway, we're out of here though. I basically was just saying bye to everybody, and I wanted you to say what you had to say. We appreciate you, Jag, and your bravery and all that. And I want everybody to continue to support Jag, because it ain't done. It ain't done by a milestone as far as like stuff still goes. There's still a lot that needs to be talked about. And that's what we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Jag is going live later, but if she goes, hey, I'm there. I'm over there.
All right, now.
Appreciate y'all for coming through.
And salute to LP for coming through with the music review. It was nice to hear his point of view. That was awesome.
What'd you say here? Who's really Daz is? Daz is on his way of revealing who's really behind Tupac, because all the Crips from Death Row know exactly who put the hit on Tupac and Diddy. I'm going to talk about that. I honestly think Suge Knight, and now I'm really starting to see it. I think Suge Knight got something involved, but we'll talk about that. We'll continue this conversation, y'all. Appreciate y'all. This is Set in the West. Wolfgang Amadeus is Jaguar, right? We out of here. Peace.
Wolfgang eating sheep, only playing for kicks. Have your sleep 6 feet tucked in while your family weeps.